Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have the EU Historical Rules event for you. It should be a good one. Our first map here is the Dunker Church. You're getting an overview of that right now. And our second map is a map we haven't seen that often, Pry House. A very interesting map for a line battle just because of how small it is. With that being said, our teams for today on the Union, we have the 5th U.S., the 2nd U.S., the Irish Volunteer Brigade, 20th Georgia, Lee's French Legion, 1st VA Cav, and the 4th New Jersey. Whereas on the Confederacy, we have I Corps, which consists of Anderson's Brigade and the Walker's Division. We have Rebel 2nd Corps, 13th Georgia, 24th Georgia, Jenkins Brigade, and the Shenandoah Regulars. And with that being said, I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you enjoy the battle. Here we are with the first round of the European Historical Rules event, the Union, looking absolutely beautiful right now. Are they spelling something out with letters? It kind of looks like it just because, like, that's a line, that's like a bulge, and then 3 lines, and maybe it's Morse code. I don't know. But anyways, it should be a great event. On the Union team, we have the 2nd U.S., to the next of them, we have 4th New Jersey, Lee's French Legion, the 20th Georgia, 1st VA Cav, and the IVB with the 5th U.S. following in pursuit. For those of you who don't know, we wait till 40 minutes to start. That's why they're in a nice line right now. And it looks like for artillery, we have Lee's French Legion. That guy's on the top of artillery. Pointing at people. Not the officer, though. And defending on this first map of Dunker Church, we have the Jenkins Brigade. Looks like I Corps. There's Anderson's Brigade. You have the 6th LA from Rebel 2nd Corps. You have more of Rebel 2nd Corps here. 24th Georgia and the 13th Georgia. So this should be a fun match. Balance right now, it's about a 9-man difference. So not the worst balance that we've seen, but of course, it is a little imbalanced. Regardless, though, this should be a fun one. 40 seconds till we get going here. What is happening here?
Imagine if I killed someone. That'd be fucking amazing. Hey, who's shooting? Stop shooting.
Yep, everyone make sure you hit the shoulder arms, not the right shoulder shift. Yeah, I'm on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you only do that when you're at the double click, you fucking losers.
Right shoulder shift, IVB.
No,
Yeah, I don't know why the Germans don't understand that.
That's what you just said.
Yeah.
Take that match, mate.
Let's do it.
Right shoulder shift, arms.
No, I'm gonna throw you in the
Alright, so with that being said, time is begun. The round has started. The Union is beginning to move out, and as you can see, they are doing that right now very quickly, as they should. So it looks like as of right now, we have a majority of the Union going off to the right here, with some of the Union going down the left here. We have everyone's going double quick except for the IVB here. It's very beautiful, however. There they go. And now they're going in the double quick to probably catch up with their teammates. So we could see the Union are all going to the rightward direction. Usually that is the Union strategy, is the Union. This is a big open field. It's very hard to push across, especially in higher pop servers. So Union could try to push down this snake fence here and the straight fence, which is more rare. It gives you some cover. However, the usual strat is for the Union to go down this snake fence on the far right and hit that straight fence, because there's less defenses for the Confederates there, and it's better in general. And as we can see, Confederates are very spread out here because they have to defend every front. I think this is the Georgians. Yep, so we have 24th and the 13th holding at the far right here. Looks like we have some Jenkins Brigade, artillery, 13th Georgia and Jenkins Brigade holding there. And then on the far left, we have Rebel 2nd Corps with more Rebel 2nd Corps and I Corps. So the assault has begun on the part. This is the most spread out right-wing push I've ever seen. Usually the whole Union team will just go right through here and then go up that snake fence like that unit's doing right there. However, Union's just kind of doing a general assault here. We have our first engagement here. 2nd U.S. pushing up on I Corps. Forming their nice line. They don't see Mr. Nutt.
On our right as well.
Beautiful shot by Jacko there. And 2nd U.S. will be able to thwart off I Corps. More Union beginning to push here on the far right. That groups, the Georgians are holding on the far left. A beautiful volley there from a distance. And Union not being too aggressive, they're just holding down, shooting. It's going to allow the Confederates to get some nice flanking shots. But even though these are flanking shots, the snake fence does provide decent cover. So, it'll be very interesting here. So we have 4th New Jersey holding up here on the fence. 1st VA running up to this rock position. And then to the left of the 1st VA, 2nd U.S. still holding. They're taking shots through their friendlies. Preacher doing an interesting strategy with the 1st VA. And then coming up the middle here, we have the 20th Georgia and the 5th U.S. I presume this is the IVB is holding up here. IVB is probably just trying to distract the Georgians right now. And so that's probably their goal. Georgians reshifting over to a, because no Union's going down that side. And Union has begun charging here. 4th New Jersey leading this charge.
We got no load. We're charged, bayonet.
Second Corps officer tries to come back out, but he gets killed on the way. 4th New Jersey is going to get thwarted here on this charge. They are alone. However, I think this is the 1st VA Cav. Or, sorry, 2nd U.S. I think 1st VA Cav. Where'd they go? I should have paid attention more. But yeah, 2nd U.S. holding these more forward positions. However, they are in the middle of the road, wide open. You have Confederates in front of them, and they also have Confederates behind them. So, an unfortunate position. And I think the 1st VA Cav has successfully gone all the way back in the woods here. I think they're trying to get behind the Confederacy. The unfortunate part, though, is they don't have a flag, so they can't get any respawns. If any of those guys die, they'll have to spawn on a flag that's not at their position. So 5th U.S. pushing further forward with the 20th and some of the 1st. You can see this is the 1st VA Cav flag. Like they're incredibly far from their group, who's just kind of roaming in the woods. 2nd U.S. still alive here. Look at the bodies, though. The carnage here. Confederates kind of doing the same thing, so they should be a decent... Did Confederates volley? Oh, my goodness. It's funny watching this, because these are easy confirmed hits when everyone's bunched up like that on the road. So now we have Lee's French Legion pushing up the right here. Going to be taking some shots here at the Confederates. Usually the strategy for the Union on this map is to bunch up and charge one side. We saw that at first. The Union kind of decided to stay spread out. 5th U.S. pulling over with the IVB. This Confederate force, the Jenkins Brigade, Schumacher, is taking his men to flank this Union force here. Union is going to be caught off guard here. 5th U.S. pushing farther left.
Aim.
Battle line right. Battle line right.
IVB losing about 2 men. 5th U.S. losing a man. IVB now reacting to that. 1st VA Cav has charged out the artillery and has taken this quarter position. Preacher speaking the words of gods there. Trying to get his men to a better position. However, in the midst of that confusion, Union kind of spread out, and I think they're going to dwindle out there in a moment. But good attempt. So 5th U.S. holding out in their open, engaging with the 24th and 13th Georgia. IVB reforming here to the left of the 20th Georgia and the 1st VA Cav. Actually, some of Preacher's guys were able to make it here. Not much, though. Shots still being engaged on this right flank. Union does have an opportunity. They could charge up the middle here. It is a little weaker position to try to... Out of the 3 really positions Confederate have, you have a strong left. You aren't taking that, charging in the middle of the open field. That's for sure. The right's more secure, but there's a lot of Confederates. But there's not so many Confederates in the middle, and you can take a very secure position. 5th U.S. doing an absolutely beautiful maneuver here. They are in formation and standing up and spread out, which is very, very huge. So for those of you who don't know, if you're standing up with a bunch next to a bunch of your guys, you're in formation. And then if you're crouching or with only like 2 or 3 or 4 of your friendlies, you're in skirmishing, and then you're out of line if you're by yourself. If you're out of line, your team loses 5 tickets. In skirmishing, your team loses 3 tickets. And in formation, your team loses 1 ticket.
There you go. Good.
Not
Thank you,
see?
Big Cap. No, don't kill Big Cap. Don't kill Big Cap. Big Cap's
Oh
good
my
guy.
goodness. Big Cap Trap doing an absolutely fantastic job here. Schumacher charging his men straight into the future.
No, you will not escape.
Going to fuck you now.
No.
So with that being said, Preacher's men do end up getting wiped there. Not surprising though. They kind of did their job. Union forces pushing up here. The 1st VA Cav, the remainder of them are pushing up to take this corner position. Other than that, I think the TB here, 20th Georgia. I don't see the 7th here today. 7th South Carolina, but they're pushing up as well, and shots are about to be gauged here. Yeah. On this corner here, a charge is about to begin. 20th Georgia is going to be easily able to push the Jenkins Brigade off. However, we do have Walker's division, I-Corps, pushing in as well. Union force can easily outnumber the Confederate forces here, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did so. So, Confederates going down to engage. Well done there by the Union. Union actually taking that corner down there. It appears they took it in a charge. So Union successful charges on the right and the center are now able to secure a firm hold on the map. Interestingly though, so we have a Confederate 4th, 24th Georgia probably trying to help the middle, but realizing the Union took that firm position and has a flag, they aren't going to bother. Who's out here?
On les voit la colline, sud.
Compagnie, cassez le rechargement.
Break reload.
À droite,
These are
droite.
beautiful shots.
Right
Oui,
face.
oui, en avant marche.
So, Rebel 2nd Corps, 6LA mostly, out very far, pushing back. I don't know if they're going to try to charge these guys out. Union pushing into the woods, though. So, we have the 4th New Jersey, 2nd U.S. holding up here, and then out further front, we have these Lee French Legion going through the woods. Rebel 2nd Corps now approaching on 2nd U.S. 2nd U.S., I do not believe sees them. Eddie goes down. They definitely know they're enemies now. 2nd U.S. is about to get eliminated here. So some minuscule charging happening on point. 4th New Jersey getting an accidental volley. That was at least 4 dudes there on their retreating. I'm shocked Rebel 2nd Corps didn't keep shooting. I guess I can understand why. They don't have a flag. They don't want to risk too many casualties. However, those were some easy shots, but they would have been in formation too, so running away kind of makes sense, kind of. You can kind of see, you saw some of those shots, they went kind of over there. Oh, they actually got a guy. 2 guys left here from Rebel 2nd Corps. Union on capping the point right now. It's a 4th of the way cap. So let's check out the Union position here. We have 20th and the 1st VA cap holding at the nipple. We have the 5th US further up and a very, very nice defilade. IVB still holding back at this hill. It appears that they will now be moving forward, which is the right decision. And then the rest of the Union team, so the 4th New Jersey, 2nd US, and LFL have moved up into this woods position. In terms of the Confederacy, we have Rebel 2nd Corps kind of reforming here, with I-Corps and Jenkins Brigade holding behind the church, 13th Artillery holding behind there, and I guess this is 13th and 24th are pushing far right. But yeah, this is, the Union has gotten a firm grip on everywhere in the map. They have this really nice center position. It's going to be very hard for the Confederates to break. They have the woods. They can get behind the Confederates very easily. So it looks like volleys are going to start happening on this side of the map. You can see 5th US and the IVB repositioning themselves to engage that Confederate force. However, in the woods now, we have Rebel 2nd Corps engaging the 4th New Jersey. Who else is here? Yep, all of Rebel 2nd Corps is pushing the 4th New Jersey here. Now they realize point-blank shots have begun here. And now they are trying to charge the 4th New Jersey out. 4th New Jersey has a very nice log, though. And that charge was very fragmented. So Union's going to be able to hold that charge. So it looks like a charge is happening in the center here as well. Union going down to engage. Jenkins Brigade and I-Corps charged out this group. And were able to wipe the 20th Georgia and the 1st VA Cav. While that is huge for the Confederates, they, on top of knocking the Union down to engage, Union still have a firm grip on this corner here, which again is a good position. Confederates could try to pincer them and wipe them out as a possibility, but we'll see. It's kind of hard to communicate because they don't have a Steam chat. So,
I am on left, right of me is dessert.
2nd U.S. here with LFL and the 4th New Jersey behind. Holding in a very good position. They could easily get behind the Confederates if they wanted to. However, they're probably holding back, reforming for a moment maybe. I don't know. The shots engaging. So far, this is going good for the Union. Union needs to keep up the aggressiveness, though. These guys in the back need to start moving forward, which you can kind of see. I think that's LFL that's currently moving that way. 5th U.S. slowly inching closer and closer to the Georgias here. And it looks like Jenkins Brigade is going to get absolutely beautiful shots here.
Light 'em up, boys. Light 'em up. Enemy fire. Fucking shoot 'em, boys. Shoot 'em.
They dropped, looks like 2 or 3 men possibly. IVB probably noticing this is hopping up and over now. IVB is in a very terrible spot here because now these guys have beautiful shots on them and those guys have beautiful shots on them. I guess that being there makes more sense though because there's fence on both sides and you have the 5th U.S. behind your back so that the Georgians won't bother you as much. Who do we have coming on? I'm guessing this is Jenkins Brigade pushing forward. And looks like we have our 3 Union groups, the 4th New Jersey, LFL, and the 2nd U.S. pushing up through the woods here.
Enemy south too, on your right flank.
Go ahead and stick to the right of the 2nd. Go ahead and get us moving to the south.
Taking it.
Oh, Confederates see him now. Looks like shots will begin now.
Friendly.
The Confederates now mass charging. This is what the Union needs right now. Confederates going down to taking losses. Actually, the Confederates can see. The problem is you can see this charge is kind of fragmented. These guys, Confederate guys, are dying in skirmishing, possibly out of line. Union staying in formation. Even if Union was dying skirmishing and out of line, the fact that Confederates are dying skirmishing and out of line is huge. So, and Union won that charge, so that just destroyed the Confederates. While brave, that was an out of line. Oh, come on, Asgard, you got this. 2nd U.S. reforming. So it appears that our couple groups here, so the 4th, the 2nd U.S., and the LFL, I'm assuming, is here. They're cutting off the Confederate respawn straight to the church, which is a very interesting strategy. 5th U.S. pushing really deep into the woods here. They're keeping up the pressure. This is what they need to do against this Confederate force here. 13th and 24th kind of confused here. You can see, I don't know if they're confused or trying to form a line, but they are not on that snake fence. They are now pushing forward. It looks like they're going to try to charge out the 5th U.S. So 5th U.S. charging back. I don't know why they're falling back here. Maybe they don't want to lose this forward position. Maybe they're just trying to draw them out. However, falling back makes no sense because now you're going to take out of lines here. Maybe not. But in most cases, you would take out of lines from that. So it appears that the 5th U.S. was just trying to draw this Confederate group out so they can deal more casualties. However, I would have charged them there to knock them down even further. Hit that guy. Come on. All right, so now we have I-Corps. This is just a group of Confederate respawns here charging in. LFL is doing a thing of beauty here. They have a flag deep in Confederate territory. All these Confederate deaths are out of line.
Attention les tickets.
That was unbelievably huge there. In terms of tickets. Oh my goodness. I missed something. Or rather just more LF. Second US reinforcing the LFL here. 20th and the 1st VA in here. The whole basically the whole Union team is in between the woods here. We actually do have Confederates now charging into the back of this Union group. Rebel 2nd Corps. While I get they're doing this, they're going to get wiped and cause a bunch of skirmishing and out of line. Union's going to win this game. They should. Unless Union drops the bag, which they haven't done the whole round. More Confederate forces pushing up. Like, here comes this guy. He's going to die and being out of line here. Oh, no, he's running away.
You won't see him till you taste it. You got Rambo's.
You can hear Goondog.
Still alive.
You can hear Goondog. Surprised by the Union forces there. Confederates, Union's just waiting for all these out of lines to come through, kill them, and then get them down the break and take the point. However, Confederates are surrounding the Union forces in the woods. You can kind of see that there. They are pronged on all sides, which is just very cool. So, yeah. With that being said, it looks like the Georgias are beelining it straight for the church. Now they're taking a curve into that Union force. Confederate respawns are trickling in. Union needs to charge, which, as you can see, they're doing that right now. We have a Confederate force on the nipple. Confederates far trying to outflank the Union. A charge has happened here. It's between the LFL and I-Corps and some of Jenkins' brigade. 20th here is charging out with the 1st VA Cav to engage with the more Jenkins brigade. Holding here. Confederates just really spread out here, and they should hit breaking not too far from now. I wouldn't be surprised with all the charging happening. So with that being said, the Union's just going to be able to easily overwhelm this Confederate force. Confederates going down the breaking. Not surprised at all. Confederates need the bonsai towards point. Don't even worry about these Union guys in the woods. This is so far. This is the decisive game by the Union. There's no doubt about it. 50 US IVB, 1st VA Cav, and 20th Georgia are all on point already. The point is 4th of the way capped right now. Confederates still not going for point. They're trying to wipe this Union force out in the woods, which, again, I don't know why they're doing that. And 24th is now pushing to the point. That's what they should be doing. However, they're about to run into the half the Union team. We have more Confederates coming through the woods here to help take the point. This is going to be close. If Union hops up and over into the road right now, they might be able to just secure the win. We'll see if Confederates can prevent the cap. It's still going up. I think Union got it. With that being said, the Union successfully capped the point there. All I can say about that is just Union did a fantastic job from beginning to end. Nothing I can complain from Union's strategy. They really used the no steam chat to their advantage because they went into the woods and those Confederate respawns had to find their men. They didn't have a steam chat. They couldn't coordinate. I don't know. I don't think they can talk about where they're at in Discord. Maybe. I don't know. But even then, if they could tell their men where they're at in Discord, like trying to find them through the woods when there's a whole Union group back there is absolutely insane. So all I could say is well done to the Union. Confederates, my only complaint was just at the beginning. They were very spread out, which allowed the Union to bunch up and push through one part of their line and then get behind them. But other than that, Union just played fantastic. Confederates need to reform better, but it's very hard in these type of events after the game starts. With that being said, we'll see you guys in the second round. Here we are with our second round on Pry House. One map I have not seen or played in a while, so it'll be very fun, especially when the EU historical rule style event. because this is a tinier map. I mean, Confederate spawn is right there. You can see them in their absolutely beautiful lines. And the point is right there. And Union spawns at those houses. So again, a very small map. And one I will find very interesting. There's either going to be a lot of charges, I think, or a lot of shooting. It's not. I doubt there'll be a mix. There probably will be, though. So anyways, Union artillery on this map. You might think, oh, look how great it is. It's flat. Unfortunately, that's not the case. There's a def light here. The same applies to the Confederacy. However, I think Confederacy does have it a little better. So with that being said, let's check out the Union defense here. Union pushing a really far forward. This is the first. 5th U.S. being very aggressive, followed by the IVB. Behind them, 2nd U.S. holding back. On point is the 4th New Jersey. We have 1st BA Cav, and I'm guessing this is the LFL and the 20th Georgia. So that is the Union line. The whole Union line covers this whole map, which is crazy to think about. So Confederates being very aggressive instantly. So you have Jenkins Brigade. They're pushing forward. They're going to be independent firing here. So 5th U.S. and IVB is holding there. However, we have Rebel 2nd Corps and the 13th Georgia pushing through the corn here. I think I see Shenandoah regulars there as well. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, they don't see him.
Left.
5th U.S. realizes. IVB very slow to react here. And just as the officer realizes he goes down. Well-coordinated Confederate charge there. Union not really... Union still might win because they have that flag. They can get their respawns in. So, well done there by the Confederates. On the charge, but Union were able... Actually, Confederates did win. Jackdaw, I think, is going to be able to get away with that flag. So Confederates really held down in this middle position here. You have their respawns and more men at that corn level.
Holy shit. We wiped those companies. We all... Damn, we're the... Last...
You stupid fucking Rebs. Four of you. Get fucked, real shit. Sorry, I'm just getting in the game. Good try, boys. Good try.
Johnson, an absolute savage, is able to get a couple of kills, and he's still holding the spot because I presume more of his men are coming back to us. I think you see the Union respawns there, which is, again, it's just crazy to think how close the Union spawns are in this game. So a lot of it's really halted. Union able to secure that position. Surprisingly, but yeah, so we have the Jenkins Brigade holding up front here, independent firing towards the Union position there with their beautiful red pants. That guy, what was that? He like hopped onto the stone wall, then hopped onto a guy. That was whack. All right, so we have Jenkins Brigade up front with I Corps behind and 24th and some of Rebel 2nd Corps behind that. LFL, led by FAMAS, being very aggressive here. Well, it looks like LFL is running up, taking shots. You can see a Confederate group pushing kind of far forward there. So yeah, you saw, I think that was the 2nd U.S. who kind of pushed forward there. So the Confederates pushed forward to respond to that. Let's see here. The 24th who pushed forward and then ran back. I think it was because of how far forward the 5th U.S. or the 2nd pushed forward in terms of that. 5th U.S. in an interesting position. I don't think this is a good position. It's in the middle of the open. Let's see. Where are the Confederates at? I mean, yeah, these are beautiful shots from the Confederate perspective.
Fire! Oh.
Who was that? Who did that volley? Rebels Second Corps, absolutely beautiful, shredded that line. Union playing very aggressive for a map like this. It is rare to see the Union push this far forward. I mean, this makes a little sense. I've seen that historically, but not this far up left, especially up there. That is a new one. Will it pay off? We'll see. How is the Union artillery doing? They're dragging up. They finally got artillery up on top of the hill. So yeah. So in terms of the defense of the Union, LFL is on the right side here, engaging with who I presume is I Corps. Jenkins Brigade holding the middle here. Playing some historically music. That's good English right there. So we have 5th U.S. on the far left, IVB holding to the right of them, and 2nd U.S. to the right of them, with the 4th New Jersey in the center. In the center, they will break. So yeah, really just a stalemate going on right now. I thought there'd be some aggression early because we saw the Confederates move out very, very fast, but they moved out to shoot. Only charging we saw was here, which you might think, oh, that's CSA aggression, but it's really just CSA taking what is usually theirs. Union never pushes that far forward. Union might push up to where they're at right now, but usually it's closer to those rocks. So yeah, this is an interesting game so far. This is a very hard map for the Union to win. It is a CSA bias map just because of how small and how it allows the Confederates to be aggressive with the stone wall here.
Seems like left side. Yeah, left side.
So yeah, nothing too much going on. Just your average war of rights fight. Look at that. This game is so beautiful. Where is... I think that's Otto and Sherrick Farms there, and the Burnsides Bridge is right there. Look at that. Burnsides Bridge is a great map, by the way. LFL pushing very far forward here. Taking volleys, doing, if you want to call it rising volleys. 5th U.S., I presume. No, the 2nd U.S., the other U.S. group here, is now pushing forward into the Confederate position here. Let's check the vantage from the Confederate view here. Let's see those shots. So Confederates having a decent view. It looks like the 13th Shenandoah regulars are getting ready for a volley or a charge. Second U.S. holding here. So these are the type of things. While it is boring to sit back, these type of things that where you push forward can cause you to lose tickets faster than what you need to. Because right now you're bringing the fight to the Confederates as the defenders. Which you should be sitting back and letting the Confederates come to you. You should not be going to the Confederates. Like this position here, at this point, that might make sense, but this is the first time I've seen the Union push that far forward. Jenkins Brigade still holding forward in the center. I'm intrigued to when we'll see a Confederate attack. We have seen historically, especially with this Confederate group, that they will wait till a certain time marker and then charge every 5 minutes. So maybe we'll see something at the 30-minute marker. Shall see. Oh yeah, sorry, I had to switch out my waters there. I'm a little thirsty here. So yeah, Confederates pulling off that left flank. The most left flank they have is down here. They pushed back a little bit, maybe trying to make the Union draw towards them. And we have the 20th Georgia pushing up very, very far. A natty light. Got that kill. That was a good shot. So 20th Georgia folding a double rank there. I don't know why they didn't go to Stonewall, maybe to avoid shots from those guys. However, I guess they're in a little defilade too, which could give a little cover. But they avoided casualties and got only got information deaths too. So yeah, we'll see. Will something happen in 10 seconds? Nothing happens in 5 seconds. I presume that this is going to be a shoot-off. Maybe it is a shoot-off. This is, it usually applies to bigger maps, but it can also apply to smaller maps too. If the attackers are not aggressive at all, which we haven't seen any Confederate aggression so far. We've only seen Union aggression and Confederates trying to retake what is usually their position. Like that right there where the melees were there, that was a Union aggression. Yeah. Johnson pushing forward here. Probably just trying to do some scouting there. But yeah, Confederates really bunching up towards the middle position here. Yeah, they're all hopping onto the right side of that stone wall. Will we see a charge? I hope so. I guarantee they will knock the Union down to engage once they charge. They just all charge. They would be similar numbers too, because Union has a sizable force over in the open. Oh my goodness. So. Ooh. Is this the 5th or the 2nd? 2nd U.S. charging in here. They're all shooting at one man. I think that their shots are going over because they're running up a hill a little bit. So yeah, 2nd U.S. holding that corner. I mean, Union hasn't gone down to engage yet, so good for them. Confederates gotta move in at some point. So we have a sizable Confederate force. Oh, these just respawned to Jenkins. I-Corps is pushing forward here.
Our side
Fire up, brothers. Keep.
Confederates going down to engage. More I-Corps is pushing forward there. This is what, surprisingly, right? There was melee here, and Union was winning those. So this might make sense because in the shooting game, tickets are going down on both sides. They're going down kind of slow and kind of at an even rate. So this makes sense so far. 50 West being very, very aggressive here. They have nice shots on the Jenkins Brigade. Jenkins Brigade's on the outside of the wall. So 50 West can get nice shots. And again, they're in this nice formation where they're spread out. They're in formation, standing up. Hopefully, majority of them are standing up. Do they have a defilade though? They kind of do. So crouching kind of makes sense in this situation. But however, it's very, very risky with the fact that if you die, you go into skirmishing, and the Union go down to engage here with 27 minutes left, essentially. Yeah, it looks like the IVB is also pushing up as well. 2nd U.S. holding out in the corn. So now they are quick timing forward to find Confederates, and as we can see, there'll be no Confederates there. So let's see, we have some movement here from the 24th. This looks like they're pushing forward to get some shots here. They're get. What was that? Oh, that guy's teleporting. So it looks like they're just doing some running out volleys. What Confederates need to do right now is, I know they can't talk and do coordinated stuff, and I know they don't see what I see. Believe me, they need to charge right down the stone wall, because then there's no Union there. they could use that stone wall and then obliterate these guys. However, they don't see that necessarily. I'm just surprised they haven't charged yet. But let's see, it took them 13 minutes to knock the Union down to engage, and the Union's ahead on tickets. So 14 minutes, the Union will go down to taking losses, and at 1 minute left, they're going down to breaking. And throughout time, we've seen less and less charges too, so it'll probably take even longer for anything to happen. So just by that math there, you could see how shooting an opponent down is. I mean, in real life, it might work. However, in the war of rights situation, in terms of if you're just trying to win the match, right, it does not go that well. So, yeah, okay, here we go. Confederate force moving in right behind the 2nd U.S. 24th. They now realize that they're there. 24th still not recognizing the 2nd U.S. there. Look at 24th. They're hopping up and over. I think 24th is going to win this because of the less men. However, I'm a little surprised there by 2nd U.S. Look at this. This guy's about to die out of line. There we go. That'll do it. So, yeah. Confederates are able to retake that corner there. Eddie is still alive, though. After his men get wiped. Never mind. He goes down. That's an F in the chat. So Jenkins' brigade hopped up and over into the road here. It does block off a majority of these good shots by the Union. However, these guys have no shots now. As you can notice, though, Confederates might also be going down first because all these guys are crouching, and that's information dash. So these guys are shooting and now charging, but there's only like 3 of them now.
Blast him! Blast him! Get out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
You fucking scumbag.
So yeah, hey, I like the idea. It's just the execution was not there. So it looks like the 5th U.S. has position here to take on the 24th after they wipe the 2nd. Let's see here. So I-Corps is now positioning the defense to get some nice shots here on the Union line there. You kind of see that even from this vantage point that they do have nice shots on the IVBs here. However, they're all standing up and in formation, which is very key in trying to avoid taking losses. We do have a Confederate group moving far right here. A decent-sized force. Rebel 2nd Corps is charging the LFL. Out of line camera. Would love to see it. So 10th LA is able to hold. He gets the flag. And he goes down. So Confederates beginning to get a little more aggressive here. Rebel 2nd Corps is. I like the idea, but then they're so outnumbered. 24th getting pushed off on the right, though. So yeah, Union are doing what they need to do. In any attacking map, it's usually the attackers dropping the bag, like this is dropping the bag. Confederates could easily charge down the middle, but they aren't charging. They're trying to shoot down the Union, and it's such a slow pace, especially since Union keeps winning every single melee that we see here.
ça c'est sûr, vu comment ils font.
Wish I understood French. It'd be very, very cool. So we have the 20th, 1st VA Cav in 4th New Jersey, holding here in the center, really just shooting at the Confederates. 10th LA, when the Lee's French Legion holding out far right, with IVB 5th and 2nd, pushing far left. 2nd US doing again what they were doing earlier, trying to surprise any Confederate group that comes this way. Very, very surprised. Yeah, nothing too much going on. It's just the beautiful shooting of guns. With that being said, it must be fun for these guys in the center. They are in the midst of intense gunfire this whole game. 20 minutes so far of intense gunfire on point. Not really too many charges. Confederates, there's a possibility they could be aggressive if the Union goes to taking losses. Maybe that's what they're waiting for. Confederate charge gets wiped. All those guys died in skirmishing are on a line. My guess is on a line. Oh, one guy slipped through. It's kind of fun to watch one guy go through a line, and like the one guy gets in the middle of a line and they kill that dude, but then people still keep stabbing each other. It didn't happen there, but that has happened before. So I don't know. Who are you guys shooting at here? Is this the 5th?
Is that friendlies? Oh, fuck. I hate to call it out, I'm sorry.
So 5th US shooting into their friendlies.
Okay, everyone stay on the fence.
Confederates going down to taking losses. No surprise there. Union will probably be going in the next. Actually, I think Union's gaining time here. Because according to the average, Union should go down in 4 minutes, which is huge in this game. So with US is readjusting now, realizing they shot into friendlies. Understandably. IVV holding in a very nice defilade here. Although, beautiful Confederate shot there. Like,
Yes.
if we can get from the Confederate perspective here. Like, you can barely see these guys' heads. So IVB is doing a fantastic job.
Taking losses with a cap. Try to hold
Yeah,
it for
it's okay. I think we will need to charge in 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm ready. Right,
Yep.
regiments.
Yep, sounds good.
So, you heard it there from Schumacher and Pearl. In 2 minutes and now 15 seconds. There will be a charge on the point. Hopefully, with the rest of their team, they're probably given ample time to figure it out. We could see Union readjust. I think this is the 5th US. Is moving to the other side of the field to join the LFL. Artillery getting a nice pot here. Are they counter-battering?
Vous voyez la fumée qui se dissipe au fond à droite?
What are they turning?
On avance, on avance.
Wish I understood what they were
Vous voyez
saying.
le bosquet au fond derrière
Par
l'artillerie?
Par contre, faites attention, il y a des alliés.
I really wish I
au
understood
poste
what
de
they were saying. But yeah, so 1.5 minutes. 5th US and the LFL is pushing forward now. 5th US, or I think that's the LFL. It's on hay bales here. Yep, LFL taking shots at the Confederate artillery. There is some infantry there, so I don't blame them. 5th US rising up to this position here. Firing at the Confederates. I don't know how many kills that got, though. Confederates behind 2 stone walls. 1 minute till the charge commences. I cannot wait. So here we go, 45. So we have the 20th here. So let's check the Union quickly, position quickly before the charge, because We have LFL on the far right, 5th U.S. to their left. We just saw the 20th Georgia holding there, with 1st VA cap behind and 4th New Jersey to the left. IVB is holding on the left here. And 2nd U.S. is now repositioning towards the middle here. We do have a rebel group, I'm guessing it's the 2nd Corps. Nope, 13th Georgia. Moving to the right here. Now, that is the Union defense here. 5th U.S. again, being very aggressive. They're doing some rising volleys here. They should have beautiful shots here. They got a couple kills there. We're at the charging point. Union going down to taking losses. Perfect timing. Schumacher is leading his men into the battle. There they go. Schumacher getting a kill with this flag. He rests. Where's the rest of the Confederates? They're slowly trickling in. So 4th New Jersey and 2nd U.S. will be able to hold this first wave. More Union Confederates coming in. Where are the Confederates? 5th U.S. now coming in to reinforce. And the U.S. is just swarming in. They're going to win. Numbers are equal, by the way. So this isn't a Union have way more men. So, Confederates taking a lot of skirmishing on the line. Union are too, which always favors the attackers. Looks like we have another Confederate wave beginning to move through the center here. In the center, they will break. 13th Georgia and the Jenkins Brigade, and it looks like I Corps is there, while some of Rebel 2nd Corps holding back here.
Union right there. Get it, man.
You can kind of see those flag respawns. They need, someone needs to pick up that flag.
Hostile line to the right.
Watch the right.
Looks like we have a unit IVB charging in. This is a dumb idea on so many levels. The reason being is that you guys are winning the game right now. You're charging at a Confederate mass that has more men than you. You're taking skirmishing and out of line from that. All those guys died in skirmishing and out of line. Maybe the first couple died in formation, but that's brutal for the defenders. I understand why they charged in, because you saw earlier how like the 5th U.S. charged in, but it was so late. Maybe they got a runner and then charged with that runner, because that's how you communicate. Maybe they got a runner, say, hey, we're charging, and then they charge, but it's so delayed that something like that happens. That's probably what it was, more than anything. So LFL is returning to their original positions here. Who do we have shooting at them? We have the Rebel 2nd Corps. So I'm not going to be surprised. Confederates are still probably going to go down to breaking first. Union really just bunched up in the center of this road here.
We don't have physical support, but we got support.
So they're jumping onto the right. Hopefully they will now charge in a moment. Union.
More reinforcements coming in, boys. Hold the line, hold the line.
What's the deal? Union
Run.
Yep.
Get on the street. F company is left of the wall.
So 24th pushing forward here. Confederates inching forward here. They're getting some beautiful shots. Like Union's in the middle of the road. Those should be easy shots. Look at how many Confederates are here, though. All of Virginia is positioned here today. Yeah, the whole Confederate team is bunched up there. I do not know why these... I get the response, but this Confederate group needs to reform with their men in case they charge. The point is being uncapped right now. Confederates are on point. I heard breaking, so I assume Confederates are going to try to knock into breaking. If Confederates want to do that, they should charge. However, we'll see if they knock them to breaking before they cap point. So, yeah, it looks like they're going to cap point right now. So Union has two options. They either need to retake it as quickly as they can, or they can try to be aggressive as they can, not cap the point, knock the Confederates down into last stand, and then cap and win the game. Which we'll see, but Confederates are slowly pulling back, or they're either losing the cap. I don't know if they're trying to cap right now. 13th Georgia pushing forward.
Friendlies are moving up left.
So
friendlies
my
moving
assumption
left.
is they want a cap point. We'll see. If Union hits breaking like a second before this cap, that would be insane. That is not the case, though, until the counterattack has begun. Union needs to be very aggressive here. They need to charge. Either to recap the point quickly or to knock the Confederates down the last stand. Because for those of you who don't know, when a counterattack is done, if the Union recap before the 7 minutes is up, if they have less proportion of tickets than the defenders do, or the attackers do, the defenders will go up to that proportion. So defenders need to move in quickly. They need to be aggressive. We can see Preacher moving in with his men. Hopefully that causes the rest of the Union to move in. Oh my, that artillery shot. Confederates want to bring. Union needs all-out charge here. Union can knock the Confederates the last stand and cap point and win. Union now charging in here on all fronts. 4th New Jersey pushing in. IVB in behind. 20th Georgia is holding in the road here. A melee has ensued. I think Union's going to be able to win this. They just have a massive amount of men. Still even numbers here. So yeah, I think Union is going to be able to hold the point here. Well done there by the Union. This is Union still doing a fantastic job. This is what the Union need to do in a counterattack. You need to charge. You need to be aggressive. You either need to knock them the last stand or take point right away, which the Union did exactly that. Well done to the Union there. However, Union are going down to breaking here. They're getting closer. That charge forced the Union to be aggressive here. So it looks like we have Rebel Second Corps charging the LFL. I think they're going to win this time. And I think Confederates are going to hold here. Not all of Union charged in. Point is recapped. 10 minutes. This is pivotal. So Union is still ahead on tickets here. Oh no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Team kill. But no, so Confederates are now capping point. That's really unfortunate. So Union, this is going to be a very tight match. I don't think Union's going to charge in to try to hold point. And then keep pushing further, I guess, yeah. Point going back in the Union favor, though. Respawns from both sides are now flooding in. This is the nice part about a small map, is you don't have to go that far away. You can just see the whole thing. Like, this is the whole map right here. You could just like do half my screen.
Send the 2nd and the 5th US.
D-back colors down here.
On the left, and then we go up to the 7th.
Yeah.
So I can hear from according to the 4th New Jersey, the 5th and the 2nd US are going to be pushing left so that they can flank in if the Confederates do push forward, which they are right now. You could see they are capping the point right now. So, yeah, Confederates inching forward here. Making sure that they can cap the point. They are capping point. Union needs to respond soon. The first Union group to push forward is the first VA Cav.
Go down.
However, they're now being reinforced by the LFL. You see the 20th. I think they're going to be pushing forward in a moment here. But the first melee has begun. Oh my goodness, that body went flying. Rest of the Union, you can see on the top left, they're still holding back here. As Union's charging in, the point is still going in favor of the Confederacy. It's about half capped right now. IVB is now beginning to move in. 5th US and the 2nd US are in behind the IVB as well. 4th New Jersey, I assume, is in there as well. And this is huge. I think once Confederates are going to go on the final push if Union's able to hold this.
Come here.
And they do go on the final push. So there's 2 minutes and 20 seconds for this counterattack to be done. Union's going to go down into last stand in the next minute, I guarantee. So final push, for those of you who don't know, it gives the Confederates enough time to go from their spawn to point 2 times without bayonets and reloads. They still get unlimited tickets. And then the last stand phase for the defenders is where they don't get any respawns after last stand starts. So Confederates right now have unlimited tickets. So they just need to bonsai charge like this and get out of lines and skirmishing to knock the Union to last stand as quickly as they can. They can't sit back and shoot. Confederates are being very, very smart here. When the Union goes to last stand, it's huge. Yep, here comes the Confederate wave of men. Union's got to be very close to last stand here. Oh my god. Look at the FAMAS survived that artillery shot. Insane. Union's still not going down the last stand. That is unreal. They got to be going down anymore. FAMAS finally going down there. The Union hitting last stand with 50 seconds. So Union just got all those respawns, and that's it. No more respawns for the Union. Confederates just need to keep doing this, and they will win the game. There's still a lot of Union, though, left. Confederate has a mass wave. That's probably the last effective wave that we'll see from the Confederates. The Union might be able to hold this, though. There is a strong chance Union can hold. Confederates just need to keep pulling. They can't sit back. They need to keep going now. There's no time to reform a nice charge. Union's going to be able to hold point and win this game. Unless this group can cause an overtime. It'll be close. I think Union has more men, though. And that does it. Well done to the Union there. My only critique of the Union plan there was pushing so far up on the left, which in the end I think did help them. But the risk for that was insane. But yeah, well done to the Union there. Confederates should have just, again, Union did such a fantastic job. Confederates should have charged in more and tried to be more aggressive, slamming into the Union like they were at the end. More organized, of course. But Union were doing such a good job, I don't know if Confederates would have won. It probably would have given them more of a chance, but we'll never know. The battle ended like this. The casualties on this map are going to be very high. At least at least over 1,000. I think. Yeah, well done to both sides today. It was very fun to watch this. A little slow at the second round, but I can't complain. Ended fantastic. Like, look at that. 1,500 casualties. Insane. We're not doing a post-game interview. I have stuff in real life going on right after this. And with that being said, please like, comment, share, subscribe for more. And I hope you enjoyed this video. See you guys in the next one.